Welcome to Weedsday Wednesday, Tucson, Arizona's #1 online radio podcast about all things medical cannabis. Your host, Belle,
and the Cannabis Kid. Our show features news, interviews, and all the latest information about anything and everything medical cannabis related in Tucson, Arizona, and the world at large.
We'd love to hear from you. Please give us a call live at 646-915-8421. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on all social media, or email thctucson@gmail.com.
We'd like to thank Tumbleweed Health Center and Studio C, along with our many sponsors, for hosting our show every week. With the lowest price certifications in town, you'll find hemp products, accessories, and all things related to medical cannabis education.
Visit Tumbleweed Health Center at 4826 East Broadway Boulevard or online at tumbleweedshealthcenter.com. And remember,
Be smart,
be safe,
and educate.
Alrighty then. Good morning, Weedsday Wednesday. How's everybody doing today? July 2nd. Woo! And I know you're all wondering, how many days until Christmas? 176 days until Christmas. 177 until it's over. Yep, that's Santa you hear in the background. Woo! Yes. Good old Saint Nick. How is everybody doing out there? July 2nd. I can't believe we're halfway through the year already. 86 degrees and muggy in Tucson. I wonder what the humidity is. Let's check. Let's give it a look-see. Air quality is 39 is good. All right. Welcome to Weedsday Wednesday, everybody. 57% humidity, and that is for Tucson, Arizona. Yeah. All right. How's everybody doing today? Sorry, still got a bit of the allergies, even though it's muggy and hot. That stuff's still floating around the air, whatever it is. All right. We got a special show for you today, but first, let's give a shout out to Tumbleweed Health Center at 6224 East Speedway Boulevard. We are rocking your certifications. Come on down and get certified, or don't come down and get certified, but still get certified. You can, we offer telemedicine. I'm distracted. I see a top fans badge on here. And I don't know how to do this YouTube thing, but at any rate, good morning. Come on down, get certified. We got a listener. It's probably Silver Sister. Is that you, Silver Sister? Shoot me a text message and tell me, is that you? Good morning. And let's see who's happened to be here right now. Anyway, if you're wondering what you can get certified for, head on over to tumbleweedshealthcenter.com and check out the certification section. I got to update our pictures on Google. Yes, ma'am. Good morning. There she is. Silver Sister is on air with us. Woo woo. That still doesn't sound like an air horn to me. What's your weather over there besides beautiful? Good Lord, I bet it's pretty over there. Thanks for tuning in as always. She's not sitting on the couch getting good smells over there. The kitties love those smells. They're like, ooh, what's that? Let's see here. If you want to get certified, tumbleweedshealthcenter.com. Let's see. Here is the list of what you can get certified for. Arizona's got a pretty good medical program, even though their biggest drawback is the state fee. If they would just lower the damn thing, yep, I just swore. If they would just lower it, I swear to God, we would have so many more medical patients. But then, the dispensaries would have to deal with medical patients. And, oh, wah, guys, sorry you would have to deal with medical patients. They already don't cater. They used to. There used to be dispensaries that are like, we're medical only. It was great. And then they used to have a huge medical side where you could get all of these really super strong things. And now they're like, we have one or two things because we're not catering to you. So it's pretty sad. But I still like to get the card. You don't have to pay 25% sales tax, which is absolutely ridiculous. You do have gun rights with your card and the state of Arizona. You have rights that protect you from your landlord. You have rights that protect you from your employers. And if you're in any sort of CPS case, God forbid you've got a case going on, it doesn't matter what you do, any job, any situation. If you're using cannabis, get your card. It just looks better. Okay. So here's the list of ailments. And even if you don't hear your ailment on this list, don't worry. We can most likely get you certified, because you can get certified even if you don't hear your condition on here. If something that you're taking causes anything on here, if a treatment's causing any of these conditions, you can get your card for that. So it's pretty simple. All right, PTSD, you have to have records in the last 12 months. That is a state of Arizona Health Department rule. That is not our rule. Don't yell at us. That's the State Department. Most of these ailments you're going to have seen a doctor for already, so don't worry about that. If you have medical records, we would definitely love for you to bring those in. If you don't, some of these conditions we can talk to you about in office or online. If you do your telemedicine, just click the telemedicine section and fill out that form, and we got you. All right, but most of these you'll probably have records for, because you would go see a doctor for these. Cancer, glaucoma, AIDS, chronic pain. That covers a whole host of conditions, from fibromyalgia, migraines, leg cramps, menstrual cramps, rheumatoid arthritis, all the arthritis, stub your big toe. But the state of Arizona wants to make sure that it's chronic, so they ask for 2 months worth of your chronicness. DDD, degenerative disc disease, or anything, that's causing you chronic pain. I mean, you could have fallen, you could have been in a car accident, you could have been assaulted. I mean, there are so many things that could have happened that made you have chronic pain. Severe nausea, and that holds true for PTSD. It's not just for veterans, although a lot of our vets have that. But there are a lot of life conditions that bring about PTSD. And you can get your card for that. But like I said, it's got to be through a doctor. Severe nausea, seizures, all seizures, including epilepsy, HIV, Hep C, ALS, Crohn's disease, agitation of Alzheimer's, dementia, and the 20-something types of Alzheimer's in between, cachexia or wasting syndrome, severe and persistent muscle spasms, including multiple sclerosis. You are eligible for a medical cannabis card if you suffer from a chronic or debilitating disease, or just a medical condition, or just a treatment for a chronic or debilitating disease that's causing any of the above conditions or more. And I don't know if you can even hear me, because I'm on the show right now. But let me see. Silver Sister, can you hear me now? I don't know, because I've got it on. I don't think I have to subscribe, but I've got it here. I don't need this description. But I don't hear myself on the actual radio show. So I don't know if you can hear me. You can hear me? Okay. Well, that's weird, because I'm on my phone trying to do this. Sound is good. Okay. Sound is good. Right on. Okay. Well, there you have it. Sound is good. We're going to go with that. And we're going to go with this.
If you suffer from one of these medical conditions and diagnosed by an Arizona licensed physician, medical cannabis may help relieve your symptoms. Tumbleweeds Health Center is Arizona's premier cannabis certification, health, and education center. Our primary focus is to help the patients of Arizona obtain their medical marijuana card and educate everyone about medical cannabis. With current medical records, approval is a simple process. Contact Tumbleweeds Health Center to see if you qualify for your Arizona medical marijuana card.
Are chronic conditions holding you back from a happy, healthy life? Get on the right track with Tumbleweeds Health Center. Our CBD products are formulated to fit your health lifestyle.
I would definitely say that CBD has changed my life. I mean, I don't worry about my dog anymore, and I don't worry about sleeping anymore.
Tumbleweeds Health Center, voted #1 health center in Tucson, has created a proprietary number of CBD blends, each designed to promote health and well-being. Let Tumbleweeds Health Center show you how CBD products might help you improve your life the natural way.
That's right. Let us show you how. Give us a call, 520-838-4430. You can email thctucson@gmail.com. I think the website is right now. Our doctors are in-house Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Yep, that's today, kids. You can come and get your card today if you want. If you don't want to come in, just do the telemedicine. Click that telemedicine section and click out the big red button that says fill out form here. And then you click it and it takes you to another link to fill out just a little questionnaire, same one-page piece of paper that you'd fill out online. Fill out in the house when you come see us. All right, so there's lots going on with the hemp industry right now. There are a lot of states that are trying to, for whatever reason, it's most likely the dispensaries, but it is the dispensaries. They're trying to shut down our little hemp businesses and take all the wealth for themselves. They're mad that they've got a 25% sales tax, which they wrote and voted in. So that's on them. But they're also mad because people just aren't coming in as much to get things because they can get them at shops like the Good Leaf at 6224 East Speedway Boulevard. Come down. We've got a lot of beautiful products and a really beautiful store. But right now, no one in Arizona is allowed to sell anything with THC unless it's at the dispensary, which is, quite honestly, really lame. Yeah, it is a big boo because, come on, guys, you don't need all of it. So there was a hearing a couple weeks ago with HITA, the Hemp Industry Trade Association, their lawyers going up against other lawyers that want to shut down these hemp shops or at least limit the THC. So the thing, my question is, yes, I'm super irritated. Why did not the judge and the lawyers for HITA, the Hemp Industry Trade Association, why didn't they just push the fact that there is a federal law, guys, federal. Do I need to say it again? A federal law. It's a 2018 Farm Bill. It's pretty old already. And it states that we can sell products that are 0.3% or less of THC. So what is the deal? So the deal was they had a hearing, and we're gonna play the hearing now. But I want to warn you, it's from a show called Lunchbox Presents, lunchboxdispensary.com. I don't know about them. I'm not affiliated. We are not affiliated with them in any way. I'm just going to play it. So you're going to hear another moderator, and it's not me. Just a forewarning, it's not me. I will be piping in to give my 2 cents as well as this other guy on here. So we'll see what happens. Let's play it, and hopefully you'll be able to hear it. Silver Sister will let us know. It's 3.5 hours long. So we are going to just play bits of it every week until it's over, and then we can all chat about it. So here we go. This is from, I guess it's called High in Arizona. I'm not sure, but let's just start this now. And then Silver Sister, can you let us know if the sound is still good on this situation here?
Anything else?
There we go.
I'm not certain that you're getting ready to tell us, but how would you like instructions in hearing So I'd like you to waive opens if you're willing, because we've had good briefs and I think I understand the basics. If you want to give openings, you have a right to it, but my preference is to go right to the evidence. Is that all right?
That works for the planning judge.
Yes, that's fine for this day.
Okay. Plan to call your first witness.
All right, waiting for that.
Now find out
Okay.
if this is the hearing one.
Can you hear the hearing?
Call Sully Sullivan.
Oh, this is it. This is it.
All right,
Okay,
you'll
that's-
come this way.
That's the
the ramp
guy
right there.
that we're not
Up my
associated with.
side, up the ramp to the witness stand next to me.
Uh-oh. Sully Sullivan.
State and spell your name before you say.
My name is Sully Sullivan, and my spell my name SULLY SULLIVAN.
Thank you. Raise your right hand. The clerk will swear you in.
Did you solemnly swear this?
Yes.
All right, please be seated. Counsel, I keep all my notes and documents on the laptop. That means I'm sometimes myopic in this direction. I apologize for that.
Not on Instagram?
I'm sorry?
Not on Instagram?
I'm not on Instagram, but I do take notes on my computer. All right. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Sullivan, thank you, welcome, and thank you for being here. You stated your name. What is your current role in connection with the plaintiff, the Hemp Industry Trade Association?
I'm the executive director.
Okay. And could you talk a little bit about how, and is that oftentimes abbreviated as HITA, H-I-T-A?
Yes.
Okay. So can you tell me a little bit about the history of HITA and how, from its origination to through today, in very briefly?
Yeah, once the hemp laws were passed in Arizona, we had a hemp farm outside of Yuma, and we realized the industry was very fractured and there wasn't any kind of coordination. So we wanted to create a association to bring the industry together.
Great. Now, what was have there been a couple iterations of HITA?
Yeah, we were first HITA AZ, a nonprofit, in 2018, and then we reformed as a Hemp Industry Trade Association in 2022 as a nonprofit 501c6.
Okay. And then what happened at that point?
What do you mean?
Well, in terms of how did the activities of the organization remain the same, or were they pretty much consistent?
No, we began writing bills, legislation to try to pass regulation.
Oh, you can hear it.
Hemp,
Okay, good.
hemp products, as well as lobbying to kill hemp prohibition bills.
Okay. And then how many members do you have currently at the Hemp Industry Trade Association?
We have a little over 60.
Okay. And is there a criteria for membership? How do you become a member of HITA?
Yeah, you have to follow best practices in the industry. We research the members. We often know who they are to begin with and reach out to them as well. So they're known companies within the industry.
Would they include licensed growers?
Yep, we have licensed growers, processors. So I'll stop there.
Okay, and is your membership also engaged in the manufacturing, the distribution, and retail of hemp-derived cannabinoid consumables?
Yes.
Okay.
It's Tom Dean asking questions right now. He's a lawyer in Arizona.
I'd like to, if I could,
Stupid questions.
the plaintiff's exhibit, I hear vision, number 20. We have that everything already marked electronically, I believe. That up, please.
Are you displaying from your desk?
Okay, I think it's up, number 20 should be.
All right, he's bringing something up on the screen to talk about. Let's see what it is.
So you just have to tell my staff where the input is, and it looks like
Oh, okay.
Ms. Conover.
Sorry, Judge. All right, number 20, that's,
Thank you.
is this the mission statement for HITA?
Oh, geez.
Well, first of all, do you recognize where this is from?
Yes, it's from our website.
Okay. And what does this page contain?
It contains our mission statement. It's really hard to see on the.
Yeah, very hard to see.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he's
Can you
trying
tell
to.
me then, essentially, can you summarize this? I know we can't see it very well with the small print, but can you summarize or tell me what that mission statement is?
Yeah, it's to, HEDA represents the hemp industry in Arizona through legislation and networking events and bringing the industry together.
Okay. And other than events and kind of bringing the industry together, what other activities do you engage in, I guess, with or on behalf of your members?
Yeah, largely legislation.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what does that look like?
Oh, God.
So for the last 4 years, we've been working on legislation to regulate the final 3 steps of the hemp supply chain. This is our 3rd year. So this was our 3rd year running the bill, and next year we'll come back again with our 4th year.
Okay. And we're talking today specifically about a particular type of hemp, which is we call hemp cannabinoid consumable products. What percentage of your membership do you think is involved in one way or another in the cultivation, manufacture, sale, distribution or sale of those types of products, or at least at one time were involved in that?
I'd say about 75%.
Okay. And the enforcement letter that was issued by the Attorney General's office, which threatened enforcement to commence on April 24th, did that have an impact on your organization?
Yes.
How did it impact HEDA itself, putting aside the members?
Yeah. So in April, shortly before the letter came out, we were organizing our big fundraiser for the year, which was the Sonoran Hemp Brew Festival. And we expected to have about $100,000 from that festival that we could run the organization with for the rest of the year, which we had to cancel that event due to the letter.
Okay. And has it impacted HEDA's membership?
Yes.
In what way?
So many of our members were up for renewal of their membership, but with the Attorney General's letter and the uncertainty in Arizona, all of them having to pull their product off the shelf and exit Arizona, they were hesitant and did not renew their memberships this time.
So, did I understand you correctly to say that your membership had to discontinue, or that they chose to discontinue many of them, or all of them, or some of them, activities that were under threat by the Attorney General's office?
All of them, yes. We advise all members to immediately cease any kind of manufacturing, distribution, or retail sale in Arizona.
And how long, given your position with HEDA and your membership, about how long were these products being sold in Arizona? Products such as, for example, CBD or Delta 8?
Sure. Yeah, CBD has been sold in Arizona for 10 years. The hemp-derived THC products, probably about 6 years.
Okay, not sure why the sound stopped on that one, but
Other than,
there we go.
So your members, you say, have had to discontinue business in Arizona at your organization's recommendation? And do these companies operate also outside the state of Arizona?
Many of them do.
Okay.
All right, so
At some point
validating
after
HITA.
your founding and leadership in the Hemp Industry Trade Association, were you approached and invited to become a member of the Industrial Hemp Advisory Council?
Yes.
And what is the Industrial Hemp Advisory Council?
It's a 5-person council of industry, members that advise the department's designee on how to sort of fiduciary duties within with the Department of Ag's activities.
Okay. And did you become a member of that council?
Yes,
How many members are on the council?
it's a 5-person council.
Okay. Did you have meetings?
Yeah, we did have meetings. Yes.
Were minutes kept of those meetings?
Yes.
Was there ever a point during those meetings where any concern was brought up about hemp cannabinoid consumable products?
No.
Okay. And then who did the council report to?
The director's designee.
And who is that?
That's Brian McGrew.
Okay. Is that who invited you to become a member of the council?
Yes.
And how did you happen to first meet Mr. McGrew?
We met at one of the committee hearings for the industrial hemp committee hearing prior to the council being formed.
And had you had any contact with him connected to the hemp industry outside of committee meetings or advisory council?
No.
In other words, has he ever, have you ever spent time with him outside of meetings?
Oh, yes.
And what was that about?
We went to a restaurant before, been over to his house before.
Did you ever attend any kind of events together?
Yeah, we had him speak at our HEDA events. At least one time he came out to one of our events and spoke on a panel.
Okay. At any events that you might have attended, were there featured any kinds of hemp cannabinoid consumables?
Yes.
And like for example, what kind?
We had, excuse me, we had it's kind of like a vendor setup with vendor tables in addition to a panel discussion. So vendor tables included all kinds of CBD products.
Showcasing CBD?
Yeah, companies showcasing their products.
Okay. Were there any other types of products?
Yeah, there was industrial products like hemp seed, for example, was being sold there or promoted there.
And did Mr. McGrew ever express any concern about the presence of CBD products at that event or those events?
No.
I wanted to talk to you about
Jesus.
your understanding of the rulemaking that happened during or after your time on the advisory council. The rulemaking rules. Arizona passed its hemp law. It's hemp law, I believe, was it May of 2018? I want to say. Or
It was around 2018. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was May, but 2018.
And then.
Yeah, when the farm bill
at that
passed.
time, what was the federal hemp law? What was that was there a federal law in existence?
There was a 2014 farm bill.
Okay. So when were the regulations ultimately implemented and published?
I believe it was April of 2019. Or sorry, it was August.
August of 2019?
I think so.
Was there a reason for the delay?
Yeah, they were expecting the 2018 farm bill to come out.
Okay. And what did that mean to them?
Well, they started with a pilot program knowing that the 2018 farm bill was going to come out and would therefore expand, the hemp laws and expand the regulations in Arizona to be compliant with the 2018 federal farm bill.
To be in alignment with what they
to be compliant, to be in alignment with it.
Objection to foundation, Your Honor, Mr. Sullivan's not attorney. There's no foundation for any of this.
Overruled.
You could go ahead and answer that question again, please. If you want me to repeat it.
Please.
The rulemaking, the Department of Agriculture's rulemaking, your understanding was delayed so that they could wait for the 2018 Farm Bill to come out?
Yes.
Okay. And why do they want to wait?
Because the 2018 Farm Bill was potentially expanding the regulations for hemp, which it did expand. And so the pilot program here in Arizona was set to exist before the 2018 Farm Bill and then expire afterwards in compliance with the 2018 Farm Bill.
The rules meant to reflect the 2018 Farm Bill?
I believe so.
And what is the USDA production plan?
That's the USDA's regulations for the hemp program.
That plan something that the state tell me about what the purpose of the plan is. How does that work?
The purpose of the plan was to have the USDA program become compliant or in alignment with the 2018 Farm Bill. So the previous USDA plan was attached to the 2014 Farm Bill. So the new plan was to sync up with the 2018 Farm Bill.
Arizona's plan, are you saying, was meant to sync up with?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so that plan was also submitted after the passage of the 2018 Farm Bill?
Yes.
Okay. And the Farm Bill is the Agricultural Regulation Act of 2018, more properly put. Is that correct?
Correct.
So I talked a little bit about the impact on your membership in terms of discontinuing activities because of the threat from the Attorney General's Office of Enforcement. I assume that meant that a number of jobs were lost. Is that correct?
Yes.
And revenue,
Mm-hmm.
which I think would translate into tax dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Were distribution chains disrupted?
Absolutely.
Are distribution chains easy to put together?
No, they take time for sure.
And so those were lost.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have knowledge of the essentially the economics or fiscal? I guess
Use your words,
what I'm
Tom.
looking for. Do you have an understanding of the contribution that the hemp industry has made to the state of Arizona in terms of jobs and revenue?
Yes.
And what is that understanding beyond your involvement as the executive director of the Hemp Industry Trade Association? What is that understanding based on?
There's a Whitney economics report that reported on Arizona's hemp-derived consumable products.
That report was specific to hemp-derived consumable products?
Correct.
Okay. Who is Whitney Economics?
Whitney Economics is a economics firm, the most prominent economics firm in the cannabis and hemp space. They do economic reports around the country for different states, as well as a national economic report.
And again, this report was confined to hemp cannabinoid consumables?
Correct.
Did it make any findings regarding how many jobs were generated from that activity?
Objection to the foundation, Your Honor. Mr. Whipple will be testifying in the hearing.
I don't need to hear arguments on every objection. Just make the objection. Go ahead.
Can you ask that again, please?
Did the Whitney economic report make any findings regarding the number of jobs attributed to the hemp cannabinoid consumable market in Arizona?
Yes.
Do you recall what that is?
It's just over 8,000.
Okay. And in terms of revenue, did he talk about what revenue was generated, or did he talk about wages? Did he make any findings about the amount of wages that were generated?
Yeah, 300 million in wages.
And what about the overall market for hemp-derived cannabinoids? What was an estimate of that?
I think it was 699 million.
During your activities, as both the executive director of HEDA and as a member of the Hemp Advisory Council, did you take members of the Department of Agriculture on any kinds of tours or activities off-site?
Yes, yeah, we took the Department of Ag to see our hemp farm outside of Yuma. It was actually the first time the Department of Ag had ever seen hemp.
And your hemp farm, what are you referring to?
In 2019, we had a company called Arizona Hemp Supply Company, where we grew hemp and then processed it into CBD oil.
I'm unclear on who the we is here.
Myself and my business partners.
Thank you.
That was a company that you had founded?
Yes.
And what was your position in that company?
Founder and CEO.
Okay. And so members of the Department of Agriculture went on a tour of that facility?
Yep, we took them on a tour of our farm, showed them hemp for the first time, and then we also took them to one of our members' processing facilities outside of Camp Verde.
Okay. What kind of processing was that company doing?
They were taking raw hemp and processing it into CBD oil.
Okay. Did any of those members of the representatives from the Department of Agriculture express any concerns or about the fact that CBD was being produced?
No.
And is CBD a hemp-derived cannabinoid consumable product?
Yes.
Okay. I don't have any further questions, John. Sorry, let me confer with them.
Go ahead.
We talk that for one moment, Judge.
Of course.
Judge, I would like to move the plaintiff's exhibit, I believe it's 8, plaintiff's exhibit 8 into evidence. This is the statement which can now be read a little bit more clearly that contains what Mr. Sullivan testified to be the mission statement or purpose of the organization.
And this is actually plaintiff's 20 in our system. Is there an objection to it?
No, Judge.
Thank you. Plaintiff's 20 is admitted.
And with that, Judge, no further questions.
All right. Thank you. Cross-examination.
Wow. 23 minutes. Nonsense. All right. Here's the guy who's going after us. The guy that's hosting the show is smoking the biggest blunt ever. I'm so jealous. Oh, man.
Good afternoon, Mr. Sullivan.
Good afternoon.
You've described HEDA's mission as protecting the quote legal hemp industry, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now you understand that there's no dispute that hemp can be legally processed into products like rope and cloth and paper in Arizona, correct?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Does HEDA represent any rope or paper processors, anything like that?
Yes.
Which of HEDA's members would fall into that category?
One of our members, Soil, Seed, and Water, is a grower of hemp fiber outside of Yuma.
It's fair to say that HEDA's members are primarily comprised of companies that sell or perhaps aspire to sell intoxicating THC products made from hemp, correct?
And ancillary companies like banking, merchant processing, other ancillary businesses to that.
How do HEDA's members break down between companies involved in CBD production and those involved with intoxicating THC products?
Between CBD and hemp THC products?
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Okay. And you do understand that CBD isn't an issue in this hearing, correct?
Well, CBD full spectrum products do contain levels of THC, which would be against the Attorney General's letter.
0.3% or less.
CBD is generally understood to be non-intoxicating, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you understand that the Attorney General's enforcement is focused on intoxicating THC products.
Oh, hold on. Let him finish his question first.
You understand that the Attorney General's enforcement is focused on intoxicating THC products.
No, let's hear the let me let your lawyer object.
Because I think that the witness should know what the Attorney General's office considers to be intoxicating, because it's a very vague term.
Overruled. If you can answer the question, answer it.
Yeah, can you ask that more time, please?
You understand that the Attorney General's enforcement is focused on intoxicating THC products, correct?
I'm aware that she's focusing on hemp THC products. The problem with that is that CBD products do contain levels of THC, which could give a psychoactive effect if eaten or consumed enough of.
Mr. Sullivan, you understand that the Attorney General issued her opinion on hemp-derived THC products in March 2024, correct?
Correct.
And that opinion concluded that hemp-derived THC products are illegal outside of dispensaries, correct?
Yes.
What did HEDA do, if anything, after the Attorney General issued that opinion?
I don't recall.
Nice.
Did HEDA commence any legal action disagreeing with that opinion?
No.
Okay. Did HEDA's members continue to sell intoxicating THC products in Arizona?
THC products, yes.
And in fact, the industry really took off and expanded since March 24, didn't it?
Yes.
Now, to your understanding, did the Attorney General immediately start enforcing the illegality of these products after issuing the opinion in March 2024?
No.
Okay. There was about a year's gap until March 2025, when the Attorney General sent an enforcement letter to retailers selling these products, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And that letter provided for a 1-month grace period before there would be enforcement, right?
Correct.
What did HEDA do after receiving that enforcement letter?
We advise all members to cease selling any products that contain hemp THC.
Did HEDA take any immediate legal action after receiving that letter?
We began talking to our law firm about strategies on how to bring a court case, who to bring a court case, and how to do it.
Okay, well, I don't want you getting into legal advice, but suffice it to say that after receiving the March 24 letter, he didn't take any legal action until April 21, right?
It took us time because we weren't sure how we were going to be able to do it, because we didn't have, frankly, the money to do it.
Okay, and you understand that this hearing that we're here for today was originally scheduled for May 9th. You may not recall it, but you recall that it was originally scheduled for an earlier date, right?
After the 24th of April, you mean?
After
Jesus, who cares?
HEDA filed its complaint, there was there was one hearing on a temporary restraining order, and then the court set another hearing on a preliminary injunction.
Yeah.
And you recall that hearing was set, and then HEDA took other legal action, and that caused the delay until today, correct?
What do you mean other legal action?
Well, HEDA filed a petition for special action in the Court of Appeals, right?
Yes.
Right, okay. You've referenced Mr. Whitney's report, and HEDA cites data from that report in its briefing, right?
Yes.
And HEDA cites that data as if it's present data from right now, correct?
Correct.
Okay. But in fact, Mr. Whitney's report speaks in terms of a total potential market, correct? Okay.
Enough. Is this one of our exhibits that you're showing?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're listening to Weedsday Wednesday, folks. Hemp versus Arizona and the state of Arizona. I posted a link on our website, our radio show here on YouTube, so you can actually
Mr.
watch
Whitney's going
this
to testify. We can deal with that
yourself
later if we don't have it now. It's exhibit P2. Mr. Sullivan, you understand that HEDA's members don't have the right to sell illegal products, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And so if Arizona law provides that hemp-derived THC products can't be sold outside of dispensaries, and if a court agrees with that view of the law, you understand that your members have no right or interest in continuing to make money from the sale of illegal products, right?
Well, the 2018 Farm Bill allows the sale of these products. And Arizona's hemp laws say that if the federal laws are more expansive, that Arizona laws.
That's legal, Mr. Sullivan. That's legal. I'm not asking for your. I understand that you disagree about the law, but I'm simply asking that if a court disagrees with your view of the law and agrees with the Attorney General that these products are illegal, then your members have no right to break the law and continue to sell those products in Arizona, correct?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Thank you.
Wait, sorry.
Thank you. I have a couple of questions. I want to understand the scope of the products that that you believe are at issues. So let me start off by talking about the term hemp-derived cannabinoid consumables. That's a term that your lawyers have used. What is that term? What does it encompass?
It encompasses any products that are consumable that are derived from hemp.
So that would include hemp seed oil, which has got no THC in it, or does hemp seed oil have THC in it?
No, it does not have THC in it.
You don't know that?
Seed oil under this category?
These are referring to consumable products like edibles, vapes,
Oh my God.
drinks, things like that.
And when you say edibles, what do you mean?
Like gummies, for example.
Okay.
Wow.
So when you use the term hemp-derived cannabinoid consumables, you're talking about edibles, vapes, drinks, gummies, things with THC derived from hemp. Yes.
Correct, and CBD.
You also include in this term CBD?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. You're going to get redirect. I'm just asking my questions so that you can follow up on mine.
I'm sorry.
Sure. No, you get the last word. Absolutely. Is there a minimum age in Arizona to buy hemp or hemp-derived cannabinoid consumables?
There's not regulation right now.
Okay. Does your organization give advice to its members about whether they should card people who want to buy these things?
Absolutely.
If there's no regulation, why do you do that?
Yeah.
Because we want best practices to be followed.
Fair enough.
For
Thank you.
21 plus.
Thank you. Yes, redirect, please.
Oh my God.
Now, I want to come back to a point that you were making during cross-examination. Is it correct that most every CBD product on the market contains THC? Is that what you said?
Most of them do their full spectrum.
Okay.
Full spectrum CBD products do.
And are there typically trace amounts of other cannabinoids in CBD products?
Mhm.
Would would those include THC cannabinoids, such as Delta 9?
Correct.
Okay. But these are the products, is your understanding, these are the products that the Attorney General's office is saying are illegal.
Correct.
And yet they're saying CBD is legal, but yet the CBD contains the illegal products. So how would you be able to sell CBD if it contains these, what they're referring to as intoxicating cannabinoids?
It is possible to make an isolated product that where you take all the THC out.
And how feasible is it to make that product?
Very.
It's feasible.
In terms of expense, equipment?
You need special equipment to do it, yeah.
Well, you need special equipment for all of this.
Is that a common product on the market?
Oh, yeah, there's broad spectrum products, which means.
Not broad spectrum, talking about, you're saying CBD isolate, which, correct me if I'm wrong, I take to understand to be products containing only CBD with no other cannabinoid.
Correct.
And are those products prevalent?
Yep.
They are. The full spectrum products are more popular because they have the entourage effect and have the full medicinal benefits of CBD and hemp.
So the Attorney General the Assistant Attorney General was making a point about, I think, trying to make a point about your timing, PETA's timing of its lawsuit. So I heard you testifying on direct that your Sonoran, what was the event that had to be canceled?
Sonoran Hemp a Brew Fest.
Is that a primary fundraiser for HEDA?
Yeah, that was our main fundraiser for the year.
Had you collected already funds for tickets?
We were just about to. Well, sorry, yes we did. Sorry, yes we did.
What did you do with that? The money from the proceeds from the sale of those tickets?
We had to refund it.
Okay, so when
just about hit
the enforcement letter came out, you said that you began to engage in conversation with your law firm, which I believe you're referring to as Full Spectrum Law Collective.
Correct.
And was there any obstacle in immediately commencing a lawsuit shortly after, the day after, the week after the enforcement letter was issued?
Yeah, we weren't sure what to do next. We weren't sure if we were going to bring a lawsuit or if someone else was. And for us, we didn't have the money to do it. So we had to figure out, could we do it at all? So we weren't sure how to go about it.
And how did you go about raising? I mean, are we representing you pro bono?
No.
Well, how did you then come up with the money?
We began trying to get industry folks to put in extra money to help fund for the lawsuit.
Did that take time?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to ask you, how long have these, I think you had, I don't know if I asked you actually on direct, but how long, I want to talk to you about timing. How long have these products been available? These, I'm going to ask you about other than CBD. So cannabinoid products like Delta 8 THC or Delta 9 THC, but what other types of cannabinoids that the Attorney General's office would like to call intoxicating. How long have those been on the market in Arizona?
About 6 years.
Okay. And it was only just over a year ago that the Attorney General's office issued an advisory opinion?
Correct.
Did you take that to be any credible threat of enforcement?
It didn't have any kind of an enforcement indication on it. And, you know, the 2018 Farm Bill disagreed with her.
Okay. And then it took a whole year after that for the Attorney General's office to get around to issuing its enforcement letters. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And at that point, you did feel that there was a credible threat of enforcement. And is that when you advised your members to cease operations?
Absolutely.
And then began to fundraise so that you could afford legal representation?
Yes.
The judge asked you, or first let me stick with the Attorney General's question on that. You said that you agreed that although you disagree with the Attorney General's office argument or position, that if this court agreed that their position was correct, that is that these hemp-derived cannabinoid consumable products were unlawful, that it would be illegal to sell those products. I think you agreed that, that was the case. Yes, but are you familiar with the appellate process?
No.
Like that the judges of court's decision could be appealed, right? To the Court of Appeals or the Supreme Court?
Yes.
Okay, so that would only, that restriction would only exist until an appellate court overruled it.
Objection foundation.
I'm not sure he knows enough about the process. I'm happy to hear argument from you.
Okay, Judge. And the judge asked you a question about HEDA's position in terms of age restrictions. Is that something that HEDA has lobbied for at the legislature?
Yeah, for the last 3 years, we have ran a regulation bill requiring 21 plus age dating, labeling requirements, testing requirements, protection of minors, and things like that.
And you're utilizing paid lobbyists for that?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. No further questions.
Sir, you may have a seat. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Next witness, please.
Judge Frakes. Okay, Judge, our next witness is appearing virtually, and that would be Christopher Ware.
Mr. Ware, are you with us online? I know he was in before, but I don't know if he's gone now. Is he still here? There he is. Will you unmute yourself so we can make sure we can hear you?
Hi, I'm getting there. Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it, Your Honor.
Okay, I can hear you. You can hear me.
Thank you.
Thank you. We can see you on the big screen. So we'll have you state and spell your name, then we'll have you sworn in.
Christopher Ware, CHRISTOPHER, capital WARE.
Thank you. Raise your right hand. You'll hear the clerk. She'll swear you in.
You do solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Counsel. Go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Ware, thank you for being here, appearing virtually today. Would you mind telling us what your current occupation is?
Certainly. Thanks for having me, you guys. I'm the founder of KCA Laboratories. We're an independent third-party research and testing facility optimized in the cannabis space. We was founded in 2018, and we brought forth a different kind of analytics, the scrutiny of testing that myself and the chemists that I hired come from ancillary industries, horse racing, natural products, pharmaceuticals, nutraceuticals, pharmacokinetics, and research, and rolled that into the hemp industry, and really have accelerated much of what was been talked about today, which is the ability for processors, farmers, consumers to really be educated and know what's in their products.
Okay.
And yeah, go ahead.
You have an educational background in forensics or some related allied field?
Yes, chemical forensics, natural sciences, which was all three disciplines of physics, biology, and chemistry at Xavier, and did some my graduate work at UAB in Alabama.
Okay. And what would you consider to be your areas of specialization?
Forensic chemistry, analytical chemistry, chemical detection, testing, and then threshold, threshold allowances on analytes, mostly contaminant analytes, pesticides, heavy metals, solvents, microbial work, and then chemical profiling like cannabinoid profiling.
All right, folks, there you have it. Right now, that is that hearing was a couple weeks ago. This is Weedsday Wednesday. Belle Star here, Cannabis Kid out there. Silver Sisters out on an island, floating around, eating papayas. All right. Just kidding. She's not, but probably wish she was. We will continue this next week. I'm going to remember where we left off here. Let me look at that. 45 minutes of, I don't know what. We'll get back to it. We'll listen to it. And you are welcome to comment here. Go to tumbleweedshealthcenter.com and check out the radio section. Next week, we'll continue the hearing and see what else everybody has to say. As always, be smart, be safe, and educate. Thanks for tuning in, kids. And thanks, Hi in Arizona, for recording this hearing. And we'll get back to that. I'm sure it's going to be a little while before the case goes back to court. Have an awesome Weedsday Wednesday. We love you guys, and we'll talk to you all next week.